Nqobile, good afternoon. You know, it's almost difficult to ask how the family is doing, but what have they managed to tell you about their mental state currently?
Well, at this point, interestingly, they're saying that his wife has been a pillar of strength, really saying that she's very strong and she's been strong for the family. And they were just talking about how the family is going through a lot. They're not quite sure how to say how they feel at this point, but they are seeing a lot of people coming in to, of course, to console them. And these are some of the people, of course, going in. We've seen some of the neighbors going in, as well as some of the people that we have seen or remain to see on TV, or people that have been colleagues of him in the industry. Most of them just talking about how he have played such a huge role in their lives. But of course, the family also saying that he has been quite a man that everybody has looked up to. But at this point, the family just expressing how they are still processing everything that has occurred. But of course, we did speak to the family spokesperson, and this is what he said to us.
Still new. I mean, no one expected this to happen, and we were all so shocked when it happened. I mean, it was just a bomb, like he just threw a bomb on us. And yeah, I think we are just floating. Basically, I can just say we are floating emotionally. We're not sure whether we want to burst out and cry or what, but then we're basically just floating at the moment, yeah.
You know, Nqobile, clearly that family spokesperson is visibly hurting. Insofar as industry colleagues are concerned, what more have they said? Are they even planning anything at this point?
Well, from the ones that we've spoken to, they've said to us it's very difficult. I mean, one of them was Muzi Nqobile, who was saying to us that it's funny how you meet a person and you think that they will live forever, and they don't. And when they don't, you are so hurt. He said that they had plans, that there was so much they still wanted to get from Patrick Shai, from such work he has done in the industry, saying that his passion, his zeal is something that they will always remember, and they were hoping that he could continue to teach so many people. Of course, we do know the veteran actor was at some point in theatre as well as on the screen. I mean, he has a colourful history in terms of his work, and so they were saying that the amount of work he had put in his craft, and what they will remember him for is his mentorship, his passion, and this is what they wanted him to continue giving the industry. But it's unfortunate that his life has been cut short. But of course, they've come here to speak to the family and console them, because they are also one with the family. They are hurting as well. But of course, saying that the industry has lost somebody so great, and that they will continue to remember him for his craft and everything that he stood for. Of course, also touching on the fact that he stood for the people where he lives. A lot of the neighbors here have seen him also on the street. We, ENCA, covered that story where he was with the community, fighting over things like electricity, where he was also shot. And they were just saying that he was one with the people. And of course, other veteran actors also speaking to some of my colleagues, talking about what they remember the most. But of course, definitely that theme of passion continues to be part of who and what they think he stands for when they were with him. Let's just listen into some of those people sharing those thoughts.
Patrick loved performing. He loved telling stories, and just as we were sitting around telling stories. So for him, telling stories was, I think, in his blood. So be it on the small screen and the big screen and on the stage, it was the same for him. It was just a matter of adjusting performance. He was dedicated, he was born for it, you know, and he was made for it. And we used to tease him about, there's so many different nuances that are involved in adjusting your performance. And I spoke with somebody yesterday who was telling us about how he was teaching them how to adjust the performance, and also the script work. And he always said, no, kuyafana, because it was always the same. It's always the same thing, but you put your whole soul into it, and that's what he did.